Hi guys, welcome back to Age Automation. So welcome to session number 3 in Maven series. Okay, and in this session we are going to see how to download your Maven in your Windows machine, how you can create your Maven project. Okay, so after installing and downloading the Maven, we will create our first Maven project, and then we will see what is Maven dependencies and how to add those dependencies in pom.xml file. Okay, so then you are ready to go with start your framework designing or start your adding test cases after this 9th step. Okay, so later in next session we will see the below points. Okay, otherwise this session will be lengthy, so these 3 things I will cover in next session in separate session. Okay, so let's cover these 4 points in detail in this session. So we have come to the how part. Okay, so as I said already, you should understand first why is something is required. Okay, once you understand, once you get the clear idea about the why, okay, then how to do that or how to achieve it becomes easy. Okay, so why Maven is required, that we have seen in first session, right? So just an overview. So why and biggest advantage of the Maven is because of this pom.xml file, which contains project information and it contains the dependencies. Okay, so what these dependencies will do, let's say your project required thousands of jar files. Okay, so for automating an application, for creating the automation framework, you require Selenium jars, TestNG jars, Apache API, log4j, extend reports. Okay, so thousands of jars will be required according to your project requirement. Okay, so if you are not using Maven, you will have to download these jar files externally. Okay, you will need to keep in local machine, and then using Java build path in the Eclipse, you need to add these jar files to your Java project. Okay, so this process is very time consuming and never recommended, as it is complex, and if any files get missing or corrupt from these jar files, okay, your project will not run and you will never come to know that which file is missing. Okay, which jar file is missing or which file gets corrupted. Okay, and if you want to give this project to your colleague, okay, if any person join your company recently, if he is a new joiner, and if you want to share the project, okay, so that time also sharing the project will become easy, become hard. Okay, so you need to share all these files as also, or otherwise you need to tell him how to download the jars again using Java build path. Also you need to tell or set up his Java project and add these jars in his project. Okay, so this is very complex, time consuming process. So instead of that, the Maven is the smart tool. Okay, and it smartly once you added the dependencies in this pom.xml file, okay, so dependencies related to the Selenium WebDriver, TestNG, Apache API, log4j, extend report, and other jar files that we required. Just add the dependencies for them in this pom.xml and save that. Okay, so Maven is so smart, it will go to the Maven repository. It is the central repository where all the jar files required are kept. Okay, so it will directly download the jar files from this Maven repository, okay, and link those jar files to your project and kept in this under Maven dependencies, okay, in your Eclipse project. Okay, and that will be on your local machine, that will be available on .m2 repository. Okay, that I will show in this session where the jar files are stored on your local machine. Okay, so adding to this, Maven gives you a solid folder structure. Okay, src main java, src test java, in which you can create the packages, and then it becomes easy to add your test cases for creating after creating the automation framework. Okay, so adding test cases or updating test cases will become very easy. Okay, so that's why if you want to share the Maven project to someone newly joined member, you just have to share the through the pen drive also you can share, or if you have pushed your code to the git repository, okay, you just have to provide that URL. Okay, so this pom.xml file will be in will be there in his your colleague's laptop, and once he save it, all these jar files will be added. Okay, So there is no headache of downloading the jar files externally and using the Java build path, add it to your project. Okay, so this is why we use the Maven. Okay, in short. So let's jump on to our this session 3, how to download and install Maven in Windows. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, so first Maven, how to install Maven in Windows. So Maven is available in two forms. Okay, so first form is plugin or software for Eclipse plugin for Eclipse. Okay, for Eclipse. And next one is software for Mac or Windows. Okay, Windows machine or your laptop. Okay, so these two things we need to do before you start with your project. You need to install or download this plugin in your Eclipse, and this Maven software for your Windows if it is Windows, or if it is Mac. Okay, according to your laptop type. Okay, so if this plugin or this software is not available in your Eclipse, okay, so you won't be able to create the Maven project, right? So for creating Maven project, you need to make sure that this plugin is available, the Maven plugin. Okay, so just let me write this as well, Maven. Okay, so how you can make sure that if your Eclipse has the Maven plugin or not. Okay, so let us Eclipse software or latest version of the Eclipse will have pre-installed this plugin, Maven plugin. Okay, so it will be installed already. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, but still you can make sure if your Eclipse has the Maven or not. So just go to file, and if you are able to see this new project, and here you can see something written like Maven. Okay, here Maven is written. That means your Eclipse has the Maven already installed. Okay, these options will be available if Eclipse has the Maven. Okay, so another way is you can go here in Windows, go to the preferences, and here also you will find the option Maven. Okay, that means Maven is completely available in your Eclipse. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so this is the latest version of the Eclipse, and that's why it contains the Maven pre-installed. Okay, Maven plugin. But still, for some reason, if you are using the older versions of the Eclipse or your latest version of the Eclipse having some issue with the Maven, you can use the latest version of the Maven. You can download it, you can install it in your Eclipse. Okay, so I will show you that first, how to install how to update the Maven software in your Eclipse itself. Okay, so for that, okay, so just open your Chrome. Okay, and just type Maven plugin for Eclipse. Okay, so this is the first link. Okay, hit that URL. Okay, on this go to download. Okay, and this is the latest release build. Okay, click on that. Okay, so here this Maven plugin will not have any .exe file, or you will download it and then add it. Okay, we just need a URL, and through Eclipse using that URL you will be able to install the Maven plugin. Okay, so we will go and see which is the latest version. Okay, so all these are the versions available, Maven versions. So 1.9, so 14, 15. Looks like this is the latest one. I have already seen that, but if you are confused like which is the latest one, just click on this latest, right, and take this URL. Okay, just copy this URL, we will need it. Okay, so just I will make a note here. Okay, you need to copy this URL. Okay, this is the first step. Then go to your Eclipse, go to help and install new software. Okay, help and install new software. Go to Eclipse, then from there go to help. Okay, from there go to install new software. Okay, and you need to add this URL in this work with. Okay, and click on add. Okay, so where we are, add URL, above URL, and click on add. Okay, so next thing, just give some name here, let's say Maven. Okay, and here, okay, did not take the URL here, also copy that same URL here. Okay, this is the same URL here. Okay, add name and enter same URL. Okay, and then click on add button. Okay, so you will see something like this, Maven integration for Eclipse. Okay, so here I have already installed it. Okay, because my Eclipse is of latest version. Okay, and all these things are already there, and it is already updated to 1.16.1, which is the latest version. Okay, we just saw here where it goes, previous, yeah, 1.16.1, this is the latest one. So my laptop, my Eclipse is already updated. Okay, so that's why it is not showing, but in your case if it is showing 1.16.0, okay, so that is the previous version. So just select this checkbox. Okay, we may not require this POM editor using what LimeMix language server. Okay, we don't require this. Okay, it's optional thing. Okay, so you don't have to select it, and click on next. Okay, after doing this, just click on next. Okay, so it will take some time. It will calculate the requirements and dependencies, and if your Eclipse have 1.16.0, it will ask you to update it. Okay, so my laptop is already updated to 1.16.1. so let's see what message it will show. I will pause the recording, it is taking longer time. Okay, so as you can see, it took longer time, but it has shown us that this operation cannot be completed. But in your case it will not show this message. Okay, so it is already installed, that's why it is showing. So just click on next. Okay, click on finish, and it will install the Maven plugin in your Eclipse. Okay, so you will require to restart your Eclipse. Okay, so that is the steps. Okay, after adding the URL, select checkbox. Okay, and click on next. Okay, and then follow the steps and just click on finish. Okay, so after installing, restart your Eclipse. Okay, that's it. These steps you need to follow. Okay, even if you want to update your Eclipse Maven plugin for Eclipse, okay, to the latest version. Okay, so next thing is we need to download this software for Windows machine in your laptop. Okay, so you might wonder that we have added this login in Eclipse, so why we need it? Okay, so let me tell you. So what if you want to run your Maven project outside of the Eclipse? Okay, so you have created a framework in Eclipse, ordered all the test case, and you will be able to run your Maven project through the Eclipse. Okay, using this Maven plugin. Okay, that is okay. That will run fine. But what if you want to run your test cases from command prompt? Okay, outside of the Eclipse. Okay, normally for Java projects, for Java programs also we are using command prompt to run these Java programs. Okay, so why we are able to run that? Because we have installed the JDK right in your laptop. That's why we are able to run our Java programs outside of the Eclipse. Okay, similarly for Maven project, if you want to run the test cases outside of the Eclipse, okay, through the command prompt, you need Maven software that need to be added in your laptop. Okay, also if you want to run your Maven project from the Jenkins, okay, if Jenkins is installed in your laptop, so without having the Maven in your laptop, you will not be able to run your Maven project through the Eclipse as well. Okay, so for Jenkins and running your Maven project from command prompt. Okay, for these two reasons we required this Maven software in your laptop. Okay, so let's see how you can add it. Okay, so you just have to download zip file. Okay, so zip file for Maven. Okay, so how you can do that I will show you. Okay, so just type Maven download for Windows. Okay, and go to this website. Okay, go to this. Okay, and which zip file you need to download. Okay, just scroll down and here you will see files. Okay, so you have to download this binary zip archive. Okay, this one. So just this is the next step. Okay, this file. So just click on that link. Okay, so it will download a zip file of 9.2 MB. Okay, so I have already downloaded it. Let me cancel it. Okay, so that will be downloaded in your download folder. Okay, so just take that file. Okay, let's say you downloaded in your download folder, so take that file. Okay, unzip it into some D drive or on desktop. Okay, somewhere. So I have unzipped that file on the desktop. Okay, so that will create some folder like this. Okay, once you unzip, okay, so then you need to set up environmental variables. Okay, this is the most important step. Set up environmental variables. Okay, so if you do not set these variables, okay, you will not be able to run your Maven project. Okay, so right now we have just downloaded and unzipped this Maven zip file. Okay, so how you can check if your laptop has Maven or not? Just open command prompt. Okay, and write Maven -version. Okay, so as I have just downloaded it and I have not set up any path, that's why it is showing Maven is not recognized as internal or external command. Okay, so you need to set up the path first. Okay, variables and path. Okay, so for that purpose, just go here, this PC, right click, go to properties, okay, go to advanced system settings, go to environmental variables, okay, and here you need to create two things, okay. First is m2 home, okay, and this variable value will be the this one, okay, where you have unzip your folder, okay. So just copy this and paste it here, okay. Okay, okay, m2 home, like this. And next thing, Maven home, okay. So value will be the same, just add this value. These two things you need to add in environmental variables first, okay. Click on OK, then again click on new, Maven home, okay, same path, click on OK, okay. These two got created. Then go to path, okay, somewhere you will find this path, okay. Click on that, click on edit, okay, and here you need to add your path, okay. So you need to add this Maven home, m2 home, like this, okay. So how you need to do is percentage means current project directory, Maven home, okay. This you already created, Maven home, like this, and percentage m2 home, okay. These two things. And another thing is you need to add path up to the bin folder, okay, up to the bin folder. So let's say you are here now, so open this bin folder and then copy this, okay. Click on new, okay, paste it here up to this bin and click on OK, okay, and click on OK. That's it. This much thing you need to do, okay. Add path up to the bin folder, okay, like this, okay. So now we are done. Setup thing is done for our Windows machine, okay. Click on OK. Now if you run the command, just reopen the command prompt, okay, and now run the command maven space hyphen version, okay. So this should give you the version downloaded, okay. So we have downloaded 3.6.3, right? This 3.6.3, okay, that is what it is showing, okay. So if you do not set up this environmental variables, okay, so it will show you that maven is not internal or external command, okay. So make sure you set up this is very important point, okay. After downloading zip file, set up this thing, okay. Okay, so now we are ready. We can create Maven project in our Eclipse, okay, and we can run that project in Eclipse itself. Also for same project we can run from our command prompt using different Maven commands, okay. So that we are going to see how to do that. But before doing everything, let us create the Maven project in Eclipse, okay. So just go here, go to file, go to new, go to project, okay, expand this Maven, Okay, click on this Maven project. Okay, select this checkbox, create a simple project, click on next. Okay, so here you need to provide the group ID and artifact ID. Okay, so version number will be the 0.001, but you need to provide group ID. Okay, so artifact ID can be your project name. Okay, so currently I have already created my project, for the practicing the previous sessions automate with Selenium. Okay, so let us give the name as Maven project demo. Okay, like this. And here you can provide the same name for group ID as well. Okay, so in your company, if they are using multiple projects, so a common name can be provided, okay, as a group ID. So as of now we are just giving same name, and do not do anything here, just click on finish. Okay, so as you can see here, it has created the Maven project, okay, on left hand side. Okay, so this will be, it's not it, still working on that. Okay, so now it is completed. So it has created our Maven project with this name, artifact name, and it has created these folders by default: src main java, src main resources, src test java, where we will add our test cases. Okay, so this is the Java library by default it takes, and this is the pom.xml. okay, so this is the heart of Maven. Okay, and in this you will find group ID, artifact ID, and version that we have provided. This is the project information. Under this project tag, this project and this ending project tag, you need to provide your plugin, you need to provide your dependencies, right? You need to add your plugin dependencies. Okay, so this is how you can create the Maven project. Okay, this step is done. Now let's move to the next part. What is dependencies? Okay, so dependencies are nothing but which downloads our jar files automatically. Okay, so dependency, if you add the Selenium dependency, so you just have to provide artifact ID, the group ID, and version, okay, in this pom.xml file. Okay, just save it and it will download the required jar files, okay, associated for the Selenium dependency. So how to do that? Let us see. First, okay, remove this. So you need to add dependencies in dependencies tag. Okay, so just create here dependencies, okay, starting and ending tag, and in this dependencies, under this you need to add multiple dependencies. Okay, so any number of dependencies I can add. So just create dependency, okay, and here you need to paste 3 lines of code. Okay, so let us see, we need Selenium, like Selenium jar files you required, so Selenium dependency. So you just have to go to a website here, Maven repository. Okay, go to this website, Maven repository. Okay, for setting up your dependencies, go to this website. Okay, and let's say you need Selenium dependency, so Selenium, just enter it, search. Okay, so this is the first option which is coming from org.selenium-hq.selenium, right? So this is the one, just click on that. Okay, so it will display the versions available. So latest version is 4, which is in alpha stage. Okay, so if you want to use the 4, you can go for it. Okay, so previous stable version, the most stable version is 3.141.59. okay, so as of now let us use it. Just click on that and it will give you this 3 lines of code that you need to add. group ID, artifact ID, and version number. So version number is 3.141.59. okay, these 3 lines you need to add in dependencies tag. Okay, so this is for Maven. So similar to the Maven, we have another like Gradle is there, another build automation tool. Okay, so for Gradle, if you click on that, you need to use this line of code. Okay, so like this. There are different options available. So most famous is the Maven. Okay, so just copy these lines. Okay, and go to your pom.xml. Okay, remove this. We have added the dependencies tag and just paste it here. Okay, let me check it. Okay, so under this dependencies we have dependency, and we are adding for Selenium Java. Okay, so let us go. Okay, we have just added the dependency for Selenium. Okay, let us go and add for test-ng. Okay, so similar fashion, just search test-ng here. Okay, test-ng. So this is the version 7.3. let us use it, and you have to copy this and just paste it here. Okay, it's quite easy. You just have to go to this Maven repository website, just search what dependency you required. Okay, search it, click on that, and from this Maven tag, okay, this Maven tab, just copy this code, go to your pom.xml file. Okay, make sure you have created dependencies tag first. Okay, starting and ending tag, and under between these two tags you need to add these different dependencies. Okay, so we have added one for Selenium Java, one for test-ng. Okay, so what else we need? Important is WebDriver manager we will require, right, to open our Chrome browser or IE browser, Firefox browser. Okay, so we need WebDriver manager is WebDriver manager. Search it. Okay, so WebDriver manager comes from this Bonnie Garcia. Okay, make sure you click on that, and then similar fashion 4.2 is the latest version. Copy this code, add it here. Okay, so as of now we have just added these 3. Okay, as per your requirement, similar fashion you can add it from let's say, where is that week? Okay, so similar fashion you can add the dependencies for, okay, we have added for Selenium test-ng. You can add it for Apache for API, log4j, extent reports. Okay, so as per your requirement, just go to the this Maven repository and search it and add that these 3 lines of code in your pom.xml. Okay, so as of now you can see there is no this library, we just have this Java library. Okay, so moment you click control save, okay, control S, okay, moment you save this pom.xml file, what it will do is, as per screenshot, it will go to this website. Okay, and as per your artifact ID, group ID, and version number, okay, from this Maven central repository it will download the associated jar files. Okay, so jar files associated with Selenium, test-ng, and WebDriver manager, and it will create one Java the Maven dependencies library here. Okay, so let us save this. Okay, so moment you save it, it will start downloading all the necessary jar files. So as of now we just added the 3 dependencies. Okay, let's wait. And after completion you can see here Maven dependencies will be created, and under that all the jars will be kept. Okay, so as you can see here Maven dependencies has been created, and if you expand this you can find here Selenium 3.141.59 jar. Okay, Selenium Chrome driver jar, what we have added, WebDriver manager we added, test-ng we added. Okay, 7.3. okay, so all these jars are available. So you can imagine how easy it is with the Maven to download the jars. Okay, you don't have to download it externally, just provide the dependencies, 3 lines of code in pom.xml, and it will download automatically. Okay, so this is the big headache for Java project. If you go with the Java project, that will be very time consuming process. Okay, still downloading some of the files. I guess it is completed now. Okay, so this is how you can easily add the dependencies in pom.xml and download the jars. Okay, so this is the sample example. Let's say I will just, for example, a dependency, if interviewer asks you what a dependency will contain, so you can tell them that dependency will have group id, artifact id, and version number, similar to our project. Okay, so our project also have some group id, it has some version, and it has artifact id as well. Okay, so after that if you created the jar of your project, okay, Maven project, so you can add a dependency for your project as well in another project. If you want to use some classes, some function from this Maven project into the another project, so simply you can create the jar of this project, okay, and add it as a Maven dependency in the next project. Okay, so all this, okay, and in that project you don't have to add these dependencies in your form.xml. okay, so as we are adding, just we need to add this 3 lines of code similar to this dependency in the form.xml. okay, that we will see in a separate session how to do that, but I hope you have understood like how to do this, how to set up the dependencies in form.xml. okay, go to this website, it's quite easy. okay, this is the website, and search dependency, okay, and add this line in form.xml. search dependencies and add code in form.xml. okay, 3 lines of code means this dependency, under this dependency starting and ending tag. okay, so as at the beginning of the session I have told like where these jar files will be stored on your local machine. okay, this is associated with the Eclipse project, right? So on local machine it will be downloaded under the m2 repository. so here this m2 repository is available. Go to this PC, go to C drive, users, okay, whatever username you have provided, and here you will find this .m2 repository. okay, so just open it, repository, and here you will find all the jar files, okay, in your local machine. so this is the log4j, and Selenium will be I think in org. okay, this is the Selenium API 3.14.59, and what else we have is different drivers, okay, Chrome driver. okay, these are the jar files related to the separate Java drivers. okay, for test-ng it is there. okay, so here that all the jar files will be stored on your local machine. okay, local machine here in m2 repository. okay, .m2 repository. If interviewer asks you where the jar files will be stored on local machine, just tell on in .m2 repository. okay, save it. Okay, so I think that's it for this session. It's quite long, but in next session we will create some sample test case in our this Maven project. Okay, where to add it, how to run it through the Eclipse, how to run it from the command prompt, that we will see in next session. Okay, so if you like the content, if you like this knowledge, don't forget to share with your friends. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification for newly added videos. Okay, so hundreds of videos will be added as I get the time on this channel, and that will be completely on the automation testing. Okay, so that will be related to the Selenium, Maven, TestNG, then Protector, WebDriver IO, JavaScript, TypeScript. Okay, all these video will be available. So just subscribe to the channel and learn free. Okay, so till that, take care, have some practice. I will see you in the next video soon. Thank you.